Okay, this is New Jersey. This plane just came around, banked to left, kept going, leaving this chemtrail here. Okay, this other plane here went alongside of it, stopped, and over here is an earlier trail. So they're just basically streaking to fill in this blue sky here. Okay, everybody's walking around, nobody's noticing it. Maybe if they knew how serious this was, which I'm going to try to explain, people would care. Alright, so changing the Earth's temperature by cooling and reflecting the sun just a few degrees could keep ice unnecessarily or artificially thick in the Arctic. And right now, the United States science just showed that the North Pole moved drastically. It has to mean that we're moving towards a polar shift. So if it happened tomorrow or if it happened a long time from tomorrow, it really doesn't matter. If it's colder than designed by nature and that ice is thicker than it needs to be, then when the atmosphere magnetic field that holds the magnetic field, the magnetic field that holds the atmosphere has to release during pole shift, then quickly reestablish. Well, if the new oxygen that's held underneath the ice right now in Vostok isn't released because, again, the temperature is a little bit colder, just a few degrees, we don't get that replacement oxygen. Now, that means two things. The Earth gets instantly colder because there's no blanket around it, because the air you breathe is also your insulation layer. And it also means that that trapped oxygen has to marry with hydrogen, and it will freeze, since there'll be no insulation, literally to Earth's core and basically create an expanding ice wedge, which is really what science will ultimately probably, in my opinion, find is how the oceans were created, because that's basically what a lot of data on the ground reflects. It reflects basically an expanding ice wedge pushing continents apart. Okay, I'm suggesting that this is real, it's measurable, and it is affected by temperature. Now, up until now, these type of events have always been natural, and there's been events that man has not had control over. But we have control over this, and people have voices. And if they realize how serious this is, they should use their voices, because later, you don't want this to be a situation where you handle it too late, I think, right? So there you go. I'm giving you information. It's up to everyone to act upon it properly. Thank you.